Welcome to another video. And this one is very spontaneous because I didn't really plan to record a video. The funny thing happened. As you might know, I'm very consumed into writing my free course for Starseeds, which is a course about teaching you all how to tune into your six clairs and how you can really tap into those higher energies. And it's very important to do this in a space of the Akashic Records. So before I write any further along the course, I'm always tuning in. I'm always connected to my higher spirit teams, and I'm always in this space of my own Akashic Records. So the messages that are coming through that are needed to be in the course will come directly from the higher realms. And that's very important to me because it's really the time where we have to step into our highest potential, right? So we can really walk this paradise matrix 5D earth and create this new earth together where we anchor love and light into the earth by being our unique selves, by really tapping into the highest potentials of our being. So that's why I'm tuning into the Akashic Records. And as soon as I entered my records, I'm always in this space. It's really a library where when I enter, I'm sitting at this huge table, right? And there is my collective council, my Akashic Records guides and keepers are there because they are providing me from information through my higher self, and they're always keeping protecting the energies. So they're really holding space. And there are numerous guides always there present. But somehow this new guide stepped forward. And when I'm in the space of the records, the energies are high and there are no lower energies allowed and they can't get through to me. And so it's like a distortion of information if a lower energy would come through, right? So suddenly I realized with my claircognizance, that's like on your crown chakra, it's like an immediate download of information. This mermaid came through, and she was a female and she was very kind and lovely, but also in a firm way. She was really standing her ground, and she came through and I asked, who are you? Nice to meet you. And I'm always so excited to meet new spirits because I know all of us are protected and guided by a lot of spirits if you only allow yourself to. And I also have been noticing for quite some time now that if you do your work, like your spiritual, cosmic, galactic work, whatever you want to call it, if you do your work on a daily basis, you will notice that new vibrations are connecting to you from the higher realms. It's like your brain in your mind, new pathways have like come to exist into existence, so you're more able to connect and to perceive those higher energies, right? So that's what I've been noticing for quite some time now, because um, there are really a lot of new spirits that entered my energy, entered my field for the last 1.5 years or something. It's really like multiplied almost. So this new spirit came in, and even though I was in the space of the records, I really want to make sure, double check if this spirit is someone who's really allowed to come through, and if this spirit is of the higher energies. And of course, not only being in the records is like a form of protection, but before I enter the Akashic Records, I always create this safe space where I connect through my higher self with my galactic team, but also with my family of light, which include Mother Mary, Joseph of Arimathea, Mary Magdalene, and Yeshua. And also, I have a lot of spirit animals who are protecting me, like golden dragons of Meldek. You won't believe how powerful they are. Nothing of the lower vibration can come to you, I swear to God. And also a rhinoceros. Rhinoceros it's not for no reason that they are being hunted down in Africa. It's not just because of their horns, but because they are really truly highly developed in energy. They are the protectors of negative portals. So they guard the portals so no lower vibrations can come through. So I have a rhinoceros. I also have this white-winged unicorn who really amplifies the clearance of the messages that are coming through. And alongside of that, I have a lot of other spirits like ancestors who are protective. So even though they are protecting me, I always use my own discernment and use my own trust and gut feeling. And I asked them if this new spirit, this mermaid, was of a benevolent one, and if she was allowed to connect with me. And they said, yes, she is. And I was like, interesting. You're more than welcome. And I asked, where are you from? Cassiopeia, because my first incarnation in the physical realms was as a 5D dolphin in a constellation of Cassiopeia. And she said, no, I'm from Mintaka. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love Mintaka so much. And you know why? Because Mintaka is in the Orion belt, in the constellation of Orion, is this beautiful water planet. If you would imagine Hawaii or white beaches, really turquoise waters, clear waters, that's Mintaka right there. And I loved it so much. I live in Holland and our seas are not that clear. In fact, it's said that the North Sea, which is where Holland is more clean than, for example, the Mediterranean Sea. However, if I can't see through, you won't see me swimming in those seas. So I'm not too fond of the North Sea. And that's surprising because it's in my near proximity. And wherever you live, it's very wise to learn how to work with the spirits of nature and the divas in your environment, right? So it's taking some effort on my part to really accept the color of the North Sea and really accept that it's not the clear sea that my heart is longing for, because Mintaka and Lemuria are really the energies of Hawaii, and I love that so much. But that's another topic. So I asked her, yeah, well, Mintaka, and I have to tell you something about Mintaka, right? Because Mintaka is really the beacon of light in this universe. Some planets or dimensions or energies or star races are for another thing, but Mintaka is really, they are the bringers of light. And like Venus and Hadar are the bringers of love, for example. And the Andromeda galaxy, where the angels and the archangels are coming from, they are all about enlightenment, the highest vibration in the scale of consciousness by Hawkins. So that's a really great way to strive towards, right? But Mintaka is all about light. And she was telling me that it's very beneficial for me to really have my focus on the light as well through the sea. And I'm really a mountain person. I love the mountains, especially when there is a lot of snow on the mountains. I love to ski. I love to snowboard. Bring me to the mountains, and I'm happy. And Holland is, I don't know if you're familiar with our nature, but Holland is flat, 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 flat. We are so flat that we are even beneath the sea level. So obviously we don't have any mountains in Holland. In the south part, there is a little bit of like hill going on, but not that much. We don't have any mountains. So we Dutch people like to go to Austria and to France, to Italy, to be in the mountains, especially in wintertime. So I recently went to a skiing trip with my family, and it was so lovely. And ever since, I'm thinking, how can I move to the mountains? Maybe I should give up my life here in Holland and move to the mountains. But no, this is my place where I was born, and I think I will never leave Holland. However, I have to deal with the fact that I'm not amongst the mountains, right? And this mermaid was telling me it's beneficial for me to connect even more to the sea because I'm so focused on the mountains. She said the sea is very beneficial for you. And I'm planning a trip. I have planned a trip actually in May to go on a 3 day trip, actually 2 day trip with my husband. And he's a musician. He plays there, and it's a very small island in the north part of Holland, near, well, actually in the Waddenzee. And the Waddenzee is even more muddier and more. Uh, you can't really see through at all. So it's very funny them going there. But this mermaid was telling me when you will travel to this island, you, I'm gonna go with you, and we're gonna do some energy work there with the sea. And I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I love messages like this. And it's always in this vibe of we are giving you advice. You don't have to do anything because you're a sovereign being, right? If I would have said no, that would have been totally fine as well, because she is not allowed to tell me what to do. And I'm allowed to say no to anything that comes through, even though I know that all the messages that are coming through, especially when I'm in this high energy vibe like the Akashic Records, that everything is good, everything is beneficial, benevolent, in order to serve the highest good of all. And I'm totally, fully aware of that. And still, I have my own free will. I can't say no. I can't say whatever. I don't want to do it. But I know this is not something I have to do for me, because every single starseed and light worker and intuitive person is there to help humanity race, to serve Sophia Gaia, to serve the starseed collective. Our gifts we brought with us from other realms and lifetimes, we're not supposed to keep them for ourselves. It's really not a thing about it's for me, I'm doing my thing, I want to thrive. No, 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 no. I think it's for everyone. And so that's why it's so important. If you're a star seed and you have this urge to help, to do good, please tune into your unique gifts. Know who you are, know what you can do, know what you have brought here to this earth, because you didn't come here for nothing. These times are so special. Never in the history of this planet or humanity or in this universe have there been a time that so many awakened souls simultaneously, how do you call that, birthed. We are incarnated at this. That's the word I was looking for. So many stars have been incarnated simultaneously, and it's really up to us to wake up, to really get out of the slumber and do our thing. And it's very hard because we came from the higher realms, and it's this 3D life is really harsh sometimes. But whatever, deal with it. That's life. And we have to push through, be gentle with ourselves, and do our thing, right? So yeah, if this really high spirit is telling me go to the sea, work with me, we're going to do some energy work near the sea, with the creatures of the sea, with the energy of the sea, I'm all for it, because it really brings more love and light to this planet, and boy, do we need that, right? So we all have this universal global theme where it's all about anchoring love and light into this planet. And yeah, in previous lifetimes, we failed. We were hunted down, we were killed, we were prosecuted, we were doubted. And so a lot of starseeds and intuitive workers, light workers, are really holding back because in previous times it was dangerous to to say you were of the love and light, to voice that. And now it's not anymore. So it's really safe to come out, and it's almost, yeah, I could say an obligation, right? But I don't mean that in a mean way, because it's really up to you, and you have to take your own time. Nothing can come before its time. So it's all about divine timing as well. But please keep on going and we'll get there someday, somehow. So I just want to share with you the story about the mermaid that came through from Mintaka. And she was very gentle, and but she was very firm as well. So I'm really looking forward to working with her in May. So she announced herself previous to that time, of course, 2 months ahead. And yeah, I'm gonna quit this video now because I'm gonna work on the free course, how to tune into your six clairs. This course is available on school. When it's finished, you will be notified certainly. And it's called the Six Clairs Journey, where I teach you all about how to tune into your six clairs. And these are your psychic abilities, right? They are also called clairvoyance. That's the general name, but clairvoyance is with your third eye, and you have more points within your system to tap into uh, to higher spirits, right? Into your intuition. And why is it that so important? Because that's the basics of all of how to tap into your higher self, into your spirit animals, your collective council, your ancestors, your elementals like the elves and the fairy realms. Learning and knowing how to trust your intuitive like moments, like the I'm lost for words. You know what I mean, right? If you like have a dream or you think about someone or your intuitive moments, a lot of us feel a lot, but we're doubting or we don't know how to tune it off because there is a lot of energy coming from other people's which we don't want and things like that. I teach you all about that and it's totally for free. The only thing you have to do is go to school with a K, so skool.com, and you'll find my community there. It's called Rise of the Starseed, and every Thursday as well, I host this live Q&A, which is it's like a free session. So you can ask all your cosmic, galactic, spiritual questions over there, and we'll have a chat. And if you don't have a question, it's also okay to come in, be yourself. You don't have to prepare anything. Just be yourself and connect with like minded people from all over the world. That's why it's hosted in English, because there are people from all over the world. And I really hope you are tuning in because it's so important to know that you're not alone. And we're facing with a lot of the same stuff, you know. A lot of us are incarnated in dark places, in families that are not aligning with our highest mission. And we have to really go through these hard moments in life. And if you have like a community, a supportive community who roots for you, who understands you, who doesn't judge you, where you don't have to explain who you are or that you are in contact with angels or whatever, it's totally normal. You don't have to be called crazy in our community, right? So please tune in and I see you there. Thank you. And also, yeah, I'm also on Instagram. So please join me there. My Instagram account is Aisha Sacred Light and Water Priestess, just like this channel. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, it would be so lovely because, yeah, let's connect. And I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.